Hello everybody, this is Aurathas and welcome to a new game for the channel, Dungeons 3, which, from what I understand it, is described as a combination of Dungeon Keeper and Warcraft. Now those are both games I really enjoyed back in the day, but more importantly, it is one of those games where you play as the bad guy, expanding basically your evil realm as much as possible. And I have tried I'd say pretty much every variant of Dungeon Keeper, all the knockoffs and everything ever since Dungeon Keeper 2, hoping that someone will be able to, recreate the magic as it were. And as of yet, they've all fallen short. They've either been buggy as all hell, unfinished, or just plain bad or riddled with microtransactions. So, this one's pretty highly reviewed, both on Steam and a lot of the game review sites. So, here's hoping. Here's hoping this is the one that recaptures, lets us re-experience the Dungeon Keeper thing. Alright, let's dive in and see how this goes. Tutorials?
Dungeon basics. The newcomer evil should learn the basics of dungeon management.
Okay. I didn't even know this damn game had co-op, but okay, let's dive into just the first tutorial then. Because we need to learn how to manage our evil empire.
The still learning the ropes evil had decided to try the excellent tutorials.
We have a narrator.
Choice.
That is
In
awesome.
this childishly simple introductory mission, it would learn the basics of dungeon management. Things like digging, building rooms, and hiring and firing creatures. Everything a novice evil needs to know. First of all, it admired the center of its power, the dungeon heart. This, if possible, should never be broken, as that would lead to an inglorious and permanent end to the definitely wanting to avoid this at all costs evil.
I already like the sense of humor.
Naturally, the most important resource for any evil genius was gold. One can make the best things out of the glittering metal, and nary a creature was going to let the absolute evil hire it and push it around without a coin or two. Sad, I know, but that's the way the cold, hard capitalist world of evil works. Although a little gold could also be stored in the dungeon heart, the little snots, the strange name-giving evil's workers, had to travel long distances to do so. It made much more sense to build a treasury nearby. The fast-learning evil immediately began doing so.
Can we do it now? Okay, first things first. Snotlageddon is one of our snots. Snupsy, Sniffle, Snopsy, and Snoffer. Okay, then. Okay, now, first things first, I gotta say, this game looks quite a bit sharper and better than every other variant of Dungeon Keeper I've played, so... or knockoff, or whatever you want to call it. Spiritual successor, I think is the right word. So yeah, already looks a lot better. And two, at least judging from the tutorial, the sense of humor is better, because that's one thing I've noticed all of these spiritual successors have kind of tried and failed in giving us the sense of humor. Like, they've given it a shot, but it seems to fall flat a lot. Now here's the question. We do have the bitch slap. We do have the bitch slap ability. That's always good to see. Sorry, Snupsy. Had to be done. I had to see. Yep, dig the room. And yeah, the controls are already exactly the same, it seems like. Build a treasury. Oh, we actually have gold veins, huh? Alright. There we go. Treasury! There we go. Can we close this? We can close this. Beautiful room. Now mine that gold vein. Mine it, I say.
Sometimes the bored evil's little snots didn't work quickly enough. That was the time to give them a hearty slap with the hand of terror. Naturally, this had to be done immediately.
Yeah, naturally. Get to work. Like, am I supposed to smack them all?
Calculating evil threw a cagey glance at its population limits. These were divided into little snots and creatures. As opposed to creatures, little snots did not have to be hired separately, but were always regenerated up to the maximum limit. And so it was that the massacring evil didn't have to worry if one of these miserable creatures died. It simply had to wait for the next one.
Okay, that's kind of fucked up even for me.
The little snots were the dungeon workers who dug the galleries, mined the gold, and took care of any number of other things. That's why it was never a bad idea to increase their maximum limit. The thirsty for more little snots evil hurriedly began work. The corresponding research was kindly unlocked for the absolute evil. This was necessary in the tutorial in order not to confuse it with the wide range of possibilities. Besides, there are people out there who really do everything wrong.
Okay, I love the narrator. I really do. Research menu. More little snots. Research.
Unfortunately, creatures were a little more demanding than the miserable little snots. A hideout would have to be researched before creatures such as goblins and orcs could be hired. As loyal as the little snots were, they were unable to fight and took to their heels in panicked flight at the first sight of an enemy. Sighing, the unscrupulous evil set about providing a hideout.
Let's get to it then. Right there. More gold too. That's always helpful. Yep, this is already feeling a lot like Dungeon Keeper, and I'm very pleased. So yeah, kudos to I believe it was Calypso who made this particular game. Let's see. Dig it out, boys. Dig it out. Come on. We have evil to do, and you're slowing us down. Army. Wrong button. Research. Hideout. Research. Building. Yeah, this is pretty simple if you've ever played any of the Dungeon Keeper games or the, like I said, the spiritual successors, knockoffs, however you want to refer to them as. Yeah, this is pretty much, yeah, easy to pick up. These are your lairs. Hey, there we go, creatures. I want orcs.
The army-craving evil had hired a creature which would from now on do its dirty work. However, each creature consumed a population point. Fortunately, these could be increased just like the number of workers. Should it become necessary to recover a population point, the maliciously grinning evil could always use the egress located at its dungeon heart. Simply toss the creature onto it, a little pull of the lever, and...
What?
Oh, whoops. Well, there it goes.
Wait. Oh, that? Okay, we have a... Wow, okay. We have a trap door. I apparently don't have room for more creatures. Oh, we know how to... Damn it. Oh, that's why. It's that little bedrock stuff. Okay, apparently I need more space if I want to... Yeah, we can do this. Or, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's just open up this room a little bit. And Krogdak and Okunak are just wandering around, happy as they please. Yeah, no, I guess we didn't have a big enough... Oh, we do now. Let's get a goblin this time.
These creatures were pretty spoiled. Not only did horde creatures demand their own bunks, they also wanted something to eat.
Yep,
Otherwise,
we need to put a
they would
food source.
soon refuse to do any work whatsoever and go on strike.
Yep, then I'll have to murder them.
Deeply-Sighing-Evil had no other choice than to build his creatures a gobbler farm to satisfy their hunger.
A gobbler farm. That's new. Damn it, I keep clicking on the army tab. Oh, I can't build it yet anyway. They want me to put it here. Finish it off, guys. Finish it off. Get to work before I need to slap some people. Like that. Alright, research. We don't have enough money for that. Alright, yeah, go reinforce that. And then somebody... Like, I can't mine that? Well, shit. Looks like I'm gonna need to go get some gold. Quite a bit more gold. Oh, hey, you're actually mining the gold vein now. Hell yeah. Don't know why it took that long for it to work, but hey. Thank you. Come on, Snoffer. Yo. Thank you, Snoffer. Don't make me slap you, because I will. I actually have nothing against slapping you. Research the gobbler. I don't know that I have the money to... Oh no, I do now. Cool. 160. Get to it, boys. Let's put meat back on the menu. Come on, guys. I wonder if this ever gets to the point which I believe in some of the older Dungeon Keeper games, your dudes would actually start eating each other. Or they could.
Excellent work. The gobbler farm was now ready. Later, the creatures would also demand other things, but
Demanding
for now,
little shits.
they were satisfied. The fast-learning evil had mastered the first tutorial with flying colors. Excellent work.
Yeah, no problem. Evil laughing, all that.
Evil evilness. The fast-learning evil quickly set about sending its creatures into the overworld.
I love all the varying descriptive names for me. The fast-learning evil. The deeply-sighing evil. The absolute evil. I love it. Let's move along, guys.
The fast-learning evil had begun the second tutorial. It now more or less knew what it had to do to build a dungeon.
Ooh, we get to go to the surface
Now
world.
it would turn to the overworld, where it would sow chaos and destruction. Up there
Woohoo.
waited a Isle of Good, which just begged to be destroyed.
Again,
The
naturally.
impatient evil got right down to destroy.
Hell yeah, we did.
Before the overworld could be destroyed, a number of creatures would first have to be brought there. The Hand of Terror greedily reached out to grab some.
Snoffer. Shack. Oh. What? I can only do one at a time? I'm trying. Alright, let's grab you. You. There we go. Now it's working. You. All the orcses. Now what? Oh, they want us to grab Rixaz. That looks like it's going the complete wrong direction. So we go deeper into hell to get to the surface world?
First, creatures ventured out into the overworld. The destruction-craving evil could hardly wait to transform all those unbearably rich
Jesus
colors
Christ.
into 50 shades of gray. The drooling evil did not have the omnipotence in the overworld it was used to in the dungeon. Here, it had to direct its creatures the old-fashioned way, with orders.
Ah, this is where they do the whole Warcraft thing. Gotcha. This is where that part of it comes from. Awesome. I do like the different play styles. Kill the novice. Kill the novice. She looks like she heals. Kill her. Kill the healer. I ain't playing. Kill the healer. Now murder everything else. Beautiful. Beautiful. Carnage, murder, all that jazz. Come on. This is what we here for. That fucking gunner over there is now gonna die.
Ah, the Isle of Good had been destroyed. To the ground.
That is just creepy.
This not only made for a more pleasant ambiance, but also produced some lovely evilness, which could be used for research. The researching evil quickly set about spending its evilness.
Fucking hell. Wow. Arachnid, Arcanium. Where demons can extract, no. Naga. The slithering Nagas can maintain a healing ray on a single horde target to heal it continuously. Awesome stuff, huh? We can do this, we can put you back together again. Where does this foot go again? That is creepy as shit. Spider. Stop that shit. I have arachnophobia. Really? Did you know that spiders look for shelter in your mouth while you sleep because it's warm? Oh, fucking hell. Arachnids are disgusting spider-like demons that can take a lot of damage and spit at enemies over a medium distance. Yuck, I want one.
The spinning evil had researched the arachnids. These spider-legged creatures spit corrosive stuff at their opponents. Disgusting, but effective.
Yeah,
the fantastic evil had understood the basics of the overworld and the advantages of evilness in the blink of an eye. Not that those were difficult concepts, but hey, you take what you can get, so good work.
Thank you, my smart-ass advisor. The skilled evil...
Dungeons for advanced students. The skilled evil quickly learned the skills needed to run a dungeon very efficiently.
Let's do it. These are entertaining tutorials anyway. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying the hell out of this already.
The knowledge-thirsty evil obviously couldn't get enough of these crazy tutorials. All right then, let's improve our knowledge of the dungeon.
Sure. What are these buildings over here?
The
Goddamn.
absolute evil's creatures gathered experience from battles over the course of time, and thus reached new levels. This was to be welcomed, as higher-level creatures were much more powerful.
But they demanded more shit, too.
Unfortunately, the creatures also became harder to please as their levels increased, and had the impudence to demand new things. Unbelievable!
I pay you, that's all you should
Borders
get.
on treason. Horde creatures, for example, would later demand beer that they themselves produced in the brewery. But the brewery was still a long way off, as the annoyed evil's little snots had once again proved their lack of intelligence and hadn't built any workplaces in the dungeon. Toolboxes would later be needed for the brewery. These were produced by little snots at workplaces in the workshop. Sighing, the once again disappointed by its workers' evil, set about building the workplace.
Let's do it. Okay, so you want me to click on this and put it in here. Cool. I did the thing. I'm doing the thing. Dude, I can't fit another one in there.
The little snots willingly set to work producing toolboxes with a stupid grin on their faces.
Naturally,
These were
again,
needed
they're
to build the
stupid
workplace
little
in the
shits.
brewery. A cast iron brewing kettle made out of toolboxes? Computer game logic. The not particularly known for its
lecture hall.
patience evil patiently waited for enough toolboxes to be available.
Sure. Well, while you're doing that, I have another order to give, because why not expand this room? Oh, like, seriously. Why haven't you? Take it all down. It drives me nuts that all that gold is there not being used. Okay, treasure. I know we're doing shit that the game didn't really ask us to do, but we're doing it anyway. There we go. I'll just drop some gold in there. Need a few more toolboxes, so come back and get to work. I know, my fault I distracted you guys. But we are working on it. Anytime now, Snopsy. 50 Cent is one of our goblins. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this game. I can already tell. About good on that next toolbox, maybe. Fucking turkeys.
The splendid evil had finally produced enough toolboxes by waiting in boredom.
It's not funny, dude.
It quickly set about building the brewing kettle.
Yep. Brewing kettle. Let's stick it in this corner. Well, get to building it. Come on, Sniff. Wow. That's a lot of boxes you carrying, Sniff. Our little dudes are actually being quite industrious. Like, this dude's just organizing shit. I can appreciate that. Barrels of beer. We need to produce 7 of them. Which hopefully will happen quite soon. Brewing kettle, please. Finish. Finish, Sniff.
The brewing kettle stood proudly, and the diligent little snots went directly to work producing the delicious brew, so that the horde creatures could soon start knocking it back. All that was missing was someone playing some good old-fashioned folk music.
Yeah,
then
please
again,
don't.
Maybe not. Always makes my ears bleed. But now for something completely different, as the hard-working evil now had access to the lecture hall.
Monty Python
additions
reference.
to normal research in the form of scrolls could be made for small amounts of gold, time, and evilness. The always slathering for something new evil quickly began to try them out.
Alright. Research. That's what you want me to click on. Unbelievable just how much gold can be stacked on a single tile. This research allows 50 additional gold to be stored on each tile of the treasury. Do it. Who does the research? What the fuck are you? Just napping, apparently. Hey. Oh, this guy's researching. How about you?
Payday.
No, I don't. No, it doesn't need to be payday. People don't need. These guys don't need to get paid. Yeah, no, I'm researching that.
Very
Thank you.
Interesting. I would have researched that too.
Yeah, you gave me no choice. Oh, you want me to do it again? 100 additional. This is gonna take a minute. Oh Lord, with the time. Is there any way to speed up time? Please tell me there's a way to speed up time. We just haven't seen it yet. For the love of all that's holy, please. Or unholy, I guess, in this situation. Mind those while we're waiting. Let's take the uneven edges off this room because it's driving me a little crazy. Thank you. Gives our people something to do. Nice. Time they're done with this room, our research should be done. Don't suppose you found more gold. You kind of did. Keep finding gold. We shall never complain about money. At all. Now get me more. More. Did you just take a break,
Excellent
Snoffer?
choice.
That can't be allowed. Alright, now what? Fucking hell, again? 500 gold this time. Sure, get to it. Minute and a half. I guess I'm just gonna find a way to twiddle my thumbs and... I'm just gonna keep following this trail of gold, okay? Never mind me. Oh, hey, they're fortifying our walls. That's always a good thing. Make it harder for people to break into the dungeon. Ooh, look at this. Gold, gold. It's not the gold. That's gold. That's
A
gold.
whole pack of realm-forged staff was locked up in a buried room, probably because no one wanted to pay them anymore. They seemed to be more than just angry.
Yeah, orc. Come on, guys. You want to come kill these guys for me? Yeah, you can kill them. Come on, just murder them all. You guys are strong enough for this. And this one's just sitting there doing nothing. No, research is still being improved upon. Does no one want to come deal with this one, or? Sure, okay. I'm gonna actually pick you three up and see if I can't get you to... Yeah, there you go. Get to fighting. Kill it. Kill it.
Splendid work. The good-humored evil had not only satisfied its alcoholic creatures, but at the same time learned more about research. It now considered itself well-equipped to begin converting the lessons learned into evil, nasty deeds.
I've been looking forward to the evil, nasty deeds. I have indeed. That is amusing. All right, the final exam.
The final exam. The chock full of knowledge evil now faced the challenge of preparing its dungeon for real dangers.
So us getting attacked. Okay. Ooh, that'll be useful. F2 to gather to either side.
And now it's time for a good book. I still have this comic, and if I were to make myself a drink, I could... Oh, wait. You're here? What? I thought we'd done all the tutorials. What
Nope.
do you mean the menu offers a fourth tutorial? But I don't have any more documents for that. I'd love to work with professionals just once. Those boneheads at Realmforge can't even get the main menu right. They're probably busy building the Berlin airport. Well, since you're already here, we can...
Okay.
Oh, crap. Third person. Well, since the already arrived evil was already there, I can probably forget that drink, the keeping the narrator from his hard-earned drink and his lovely Marvel comic book evil commenced yet another tutorial. In this one, it would, learn something about, traps and spells, like, how to make...
What the fuck are those guys up there?
It was a pretty, free-form tutorial, as if someone had just made it up really quickly. It was about defending the dungeon against attacking heroes. A few traps had already been placed. These were ready to make life difficult for every hero that approached them. Some others were manually triggered by a blow from the Hand of Terror. Here, timing was everything. The Arcanium already held a lot of mana, ready to be used for powerful spells.
Those are demons. I have demons. Hell yes. Cast a spell, use a manual trap. So used a manual trap. Trap parkour. And cast a spell. Produces, okay. Mana shield. What uses the least amount of mana? Create gobblers. Do we have a... See, I cast a spell.
A suspicious trampling of heavy boots and clanging of armor was heard in the dungeon. Soon, the first heroes would enter the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
And just about dead. I did not need that to attack my Thrasher. Thrasher? Thrasher. Now what? That was wave
There
number
are
one.
enemies in your dungeon.
I see that. There are no more traps after this. Come on. Keep using it. Shit. Spells. Undead rise.
Defend the dungeon heart.
Undead. Okay. That did not go well. You. Freeze that. Kill the healer. Yes, rush the healer. That was disappointing. Well, did not want to keep using my mana.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Yeah, nope, I see him. Oh no, our traps are up this time, though. And Rolling Stone. And now we're gonna turn on the Thrasher. Oh, you all died. How sad for you. Now.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I'm gonna put a mana bomb here. Then another one down here. Thank you. Killer. Okay, that trap is gone. And Thrasher. One more wave. And we don't have much of anything to go off of here. Mana bomb seemed really useful, so I'm put one here.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
One here. One here. One here. I know it might be overkill, but I don't care. Arrows! Arrows! Use it, use it. Hey. None of this shit. Same goes for you. You mother... Die. That didn't work.
Defend the dungeon heart.
I'll keep using arrows. Fucker.
All right. Excellent work. The last hero had been fended off. The tutorial was finished. Finally, I can get back to my gin and super. Well done.
Sure.
So, now it's time you turn to other things. Things that don't stop me from drinking and from reading my comic.
Well done, narrator. You can get back to your drinking. I appreciate it. Okay, that was the last tutorial. Right? That really was.
The final exam. The chock full of knowledge evil now face
Yeah, that was it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to miss any
the
of
shadow of absolute evil. The shadow of absolute evil had crossed the sea and now sought the chosen target. A dark elf named Thalya.
And what are we going to do with said dark elf?
Long time ago.
In a galaxy far,
The
far away.
absolute evil had, in the famous predecessor to this game, subjugated the known world and defeated good.
Did he?
Now,
I don't remember that.
In a world full of blackness and despair, it spent its days sipping cocktails from the skulls of its enemies and forging new plans over a grilled unicorn kebab.
That's disturbing.
Unfortunately, there wasn't much left to forge. A few orc wedges, the occasional trick played on the little snots. There just wasn't anything left to conquer. As the weeks and months passed, the absolute evil grew ever more reticent and seclusive. From time to time,
ABCD, huh?
one could hear a slight murmur from the depressed evil's secret laboratory in the depths of the dungeon. Its creatures grew more worried with each passing day, and even started to miss its ingenious evil tricks. It was a somewhat confusing time for them. No beating, no torture, and no being sent
God
to
forbid.
a senseless death. On the other hand, it was a rather nice change. Eons passed, and the unicorn supply dwindled until suddenly, one wonderful day, the evil genius Evil joyfully burst from its secret laboratory. It finally had a new goal. An unknown continent, as often found in sequels, lay to the east, sheltered from the
Jesus.
wicked evil by naught
Country for
but a
Old Man,
puny
Donkey
little
Island.
ocean. It immediately had a fleet built. This was so powerful that it covered the horizon from north to south and was manned by the best and most powerful creatures at the devious evil's command. The fleet set sail for the crossing to this new continent, left the harbor, and sank.
Yeah, no.
Yet that mattered naught to the couldn't give a hoot about its minions Evil.
Jesus.
It instructed its goblins and little snots to design an even more powerful fleet.
That also sank, didn't it?
These new ships were gigantic.
Yeah.
Loaded with devious evil's second-best creatures, the fleet set out. And that sank as well. The annoyed evil saved his relentless anger towards the shipbuilders for
What's
later.
the tentacles?
Obviously, it would have to take care of the matter itself. With a sigh, it cast a spell and created a shadow of itself, a creature of absolute darkness and evilness. This shadow flew across the water towards the east. There, it would find a vessel, a corruptible being that would subjugate this land in the name of evil, and the shadow had the perfect target
What is in
mind.
the ocean? That is creepy as hell. Come on.
The great
There we
paladin
go.
Tanos, hero of the totally eastern kingdoms and a repugnantly good fellow. He was visiting the fatiguing library in Twistram with his comrades to see his foster daughter Thalya.
Wow, all the
Well
references.
now, Thalya, tell me about your studies. Are you making progress with the writings of the ancient sages?
Meh.
Yes, dear father, I have thoroughly digested it and have come a step closer to the good. The desire within me to do evil is defeated.
The hell it is.
Really? Excellent. I am proud of you, my child. Continue to concentrate on your studies. I must go to Stormbreeze. to clear up
Stormbreeze?
matters. I'll be
As
back
opposed to
soon.
store. Oh,
In the
Lord.
meantime, my loyal friend Grimly will protect the country.
Grimly?
Should anything trouble you, you can
Oh,
turn
for
to
the.
me. Isn't that right, Grimly?
Aye, of course, Tanos. I'll keep an eye on the damned elf. Your daughter. You can count on me.
All the
And I'll see you
references.
soon, my friends. May the goddess watch over you, and the light burn eternally.
It really
Bon
won't.
voyage, dear father. I'll make you so proud of me. Who does good is good.
Yuck. Disgusting phrases like that always leave such a nasty taste in my mouth. These abnormally good heroes, on the other hand, had no inkling of the malignity gathered to the south. One moment a herd of sheep was peacefully grazing,
And they got eaten.
and the next moment, whomp! With a fulminant explosive effect that ate up half our special effects budget, the shadow entered the world. His target, a dark elf caught between good and evil, was very close. As the shadow of the unspeakably evil moved through the world, all around it died. Plants withered. Animals perished. Sort of like a picnic with my family.
The fuck? On our way to Twistram.
The shadow of the far-off evil found itself very, very close to Twistram. It could practically feel its target's
Yeah,
presence.
Calypso.
Take these lanterns, men, and let the light of the goddess shine. For the night is dark and full of terrors. And there's a pile of horse poo around here somewhere. I trod in it earlier. For the darkness! I mean, for the light! Sorry, I'm still in training.
Yes, well, That is somewhat suboptimal. Naturally, the shadow of the almighty evil was an incredibly powerful creature. But, well, light was a bit of an issue. It would certainly be wise to stay out of the lantern light.
Yeah, no, I get it. I like how we're getting the credits
The shadow reached
now.
the entrance to Twistrom. Fortunately, this one was not closed, but it was brightly lit. Luckily, there was an unfortunate guard on patrol that the shadow was able to possess, thanks to its incredible powers, as long as it wasn't in the light. The shadow of absolute evil melded with the guard and took control of his body. Thus, it was able to pass through the gate with ease.
Nice, nice.
What was that? I think there was something wrong with that last beer.
Unfortunately, the shadow's possession only lasted a short while before the guard was able to free himself.
Convenient, that.
Still, it was long enough to get past the gate. The shadow's target was close. So close. Thalya, the dark elf. Soon she would fight on the side of evil.
Very soon. As soon as you let me get back to it.
May the goddess be with you, my friends. It will soon be time to open the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Come to the
You
big
don't sound
square
very
and join
sincere.
in the festivities.
At all. You don't sound sincere at all.
Well, I don't know.
I had actually kind of planned to spend the evening in the bathhouse.
Friends, this orphanage is very important to my father. Tanos, you know, the mighty paladin, the one you really don't want to offend.
Yeah, all right, we'd love to come.
Excellent!
Yeah, you don't sound very
May
good.
the light of the goddess shine upon you, and let us experience this exhilarating spectacle in the big square together. Follow me, my friends, for evil, the light, I mean. Keep the light burning bright, for the night is dark and full of terrors or errors or something like that.
Is she just gonna go batshit on her own and kill these guys? Because I gotta say, that'd be awesome. Oh no, I gotta get down here. And up in here. Up in here. Down in here. We're gonna go get ourselves a wizard.
Stop holding the lantern in my face like that, boy. I am Grimly.
Yeah, you are Grimly. Is there any reason to go back outside town? Don't imagine. Anybody up here I can possess? Nope. Okay, we're just gonna keep exploring.
Enough chit-chat, men. You stay here and secure the area. I have to go.
In the distance, one could hear the unbearably good bells of a church. They must be marking the opening of the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Heroes with lanterns began to stream in that direction. The crossing on a red signal evil shadow swore, or would have if it had a mouth, and tried to avoid the lanterns as much as possible.
Yeah, no. You're indeed right on that.
Dear friends, we're gathered here to open this orphanage in the fatiguing library for our goddess. And in the name of my father Tanos, I'm glad to see so many of you here of your own free will.
Yeah, I don't think you know what that means, lady. I'm just gonna loop around here.
Finally, the time had come, and the shadow of the passes in the slow lane evil
Hey.
was within range of Thalya, the dark elf. The time had come for it to use its incredible powers to possess her for a short time.
Sure. Possession.
My dear father would be very proud were he with us today. He would be overjoyed to see us give the young and the
We're gonna burn it
needy
down,
a
aren't we?
place to live and thrive. That's why I'm happy to take this orphanage and
Burn it down.
orphanage and destroy it utterly, and all of you with it.
Wow, she took to evil really quickly.
What did she say?
Die! I'll tear you to pieces.
That's entertaining as hell.
I feel the power
Oh,
within
for
me.
fuck's sake,
Oh,
really?
It's over 9,000.
Unimagined powers surfaced in Thalya, the black magic of the Dark Elves. She immediately began to unleash these powers of chaos upon the world.
Yeah, no.
I will kill you all.
Yep. That's what it looks like. Now kill those 3.
I'll tear you to pieces.
All the references.
The Dark Elf raged through Twistrom's inexperienced guards. She thereby built up a tremendous inner energy,
Oh, for
which she
fuck's
released
sake.
into the world as a focused beam, while screaming, Kamehameha!
Did she really?
Meanwhile, in the
I would have liked to have
fatiguing library,
heard that.
they waited eagerly with coffee and cake for Thalya to show up and open the new orphanage. The energy beam hit the cake with a resounding zap and reduced it to ashes. Oh yes, and the rest of the building and everyone inside it as well. The narcissistic evil patted itself on the shoulder for this. Or it would have, but the metal armor always made such a terrible clonking noise when it tried. But then again, that's what little snots
Gonna
are
make
for.
the little snots pat you on the back.
Obviously, the Dispatch Shadow had found a perfect vessel in the Dark Elf. Thalya had already earned the title of Employee of the Month, with the utter destruction of the fatiguing library, as well as half of Twistrom. The
Yeah,
destruction
yeah.
of an orphanage and the bombardment of innocent citizens with magic missiles immediately made her the minion-wasting evil's new favorite henchperson.
When are they gonna run out of
Her
different
evil
variations of
deeds
my name?
complete, Thalya withdrew into the vaults beneath the ruins of the fatiguing library. There,
build our
between the
dungeons.
slaughterhouse and mad Archbishop Lazarus's apartments, she prepared to create something powerful in the name of the absolutely ultimately evil. A dungeon heart, the cornerstone of any
to work.
dungeon's power. Far away, Paladin of Light and Talia's former mentor, Tanos,
To fabulous
was on his way to
generic
the
fantasy
Empire's
city.
capital of Stormbreeze. Naive and trusting as he was whistling cheerfully to himself, with no inkling of his foster daughter's dark deeds.
And we're gonna ignore the
Though he was
weird
aware
dragon in the
that as a
background.
dark elf, she always had a core of evil in her. He had hoped to defeat it through religious indoctrination with ancient mad writings. Well, old bean, you thought wrong.
Oh, I love this game. The references are a bit over the top at times, but I
Twistrom
love this game.
in ruins. Thalya, the dark elf, had turned to evil and laid the fatiguing library in ruins. Now she began to build a small power base in its vaults. Her first dungeon.
Well, that was entertaining as all hell. But I think this is a good place to stop for today. So thank you everybody so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video at all, then please, by all means, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or any combination of those actions that suits you today. And with that, I'll see you next time for some more Dungeons 3. Because damn it, I want to play some more of this game because, okay, the references are hilarious. The gameplay is pretty slick. It looks better than most of the other Dungeon Keeper type games. So yeah, I think this game might have a chance of, you know, actually kind of recapturing the spirit of Dungeon Keeper. We can only hope, right? Let's see how it turns over the course of the playthrough. Thanks again for watching, guys.